All right, welcome back, everybody, and thank you to all the new subscribers and all of you guys that keep coming back. Appreciate y'all. I had to get into this whole Kung Fu rant because Chinese martial arts are the laughing stock of the martial arts world anymore. I used to think it was Tae Kwon Do that was the laughing stock. We always called it Aikido. Um, and then as far as any Chinese martial arts go, the only one that was a laughing stock, especially in my eyes, was Wing Chun. But now Wing Chun is like the best Chinese martial arts style in the world, from the movies and everything else. But what I'm getting at is, why does the Chinese martial arts suck so bad anymore? And it breaks down to a few things. Number one, they don't spar. And the reason behind sparring is because the techniques that they have are so freaking deadly that they can't spar because they would kill somebody or what have you. And this is such horse crap to me because they don't understand sparring. Sparring is to get distance management. Sparring is to test things out. I don't use that word pressure test. Like a lot of people nowadays will say, yeah, things should get pressure tested. Just spar. Just spar. You'll see if you can use stuff or not. All right. And as you progress, you will start using more and more things. All right. Another reason why the Chinese martial arts suck so bad anymore is they don't evolve. And some things don't need to evolve. Like I wrote about a long time ago about Sui Jiao, and Sui Jiao should not evolve. It should stay as primitive as can be. I mean, slamming someone's forehead in the floor, it shouldn't get any more lighter than that. I mean, to evolve from that is just watering down the style. What I'm getting at is, it won't evolve. Like let's take Xing Yi. Xing Yi was developed out of spear fighting. So of course you've got one hand down and the other hand up. So now instead of taking that spear has been taken out of their hands, but yet they want to keep a hand down like this. How freaking stupid is this? I mean, and then when I talk about Xing Yi or I show some Xing Yi, you can see in the comments where people will say how wrong I am about the hand placement and everything else. I mean, it's just ridiculous to try to get some of these Chinese martial artists to evolve and to put some common sense into their brains. I mean, I've seen Xing Yi people, most Xing Yi people won't even hit with power. They think if they do some Fa Jin or whatever, that's their power now, that they have this magical power that's in them, that they can barely touch someone and kill them or whatever. It's just nonsensical. All right. So, I mean, the lack of sparring is just idiotic. The not willing to evolve is just crazy. Look at Wing Chun people. They stand there like this with their knees together and they practice this blocking. Why don't you practice that blocking while you're moving and blocking and fighting? This is just, it might have been good once upon a time. I have no idea. I highly doubt it. I mean, a woman invented that style. I mean, so, and no offense, but if you are offended, oh well, it is what it is. The other thing too is we see even in China, the birthplace, and I said that like Trump, didn't I? China. We see even in China where I can't even hardly say China anymore without sounding like Trump. It's crazy. But the birthplace of Kung Fu, we see these people getting these Tai Chi masters 50-year-old Chinese masters who never sparred in their life, never put a mouthpiece in or put boxing gloves on in their life, get in the ring with an MMA person and just get their butts whooped all over the ring. How crazy is that? Number one, that's an oxymoron, a Tai Chi master. How are you a Tai Chi master and you cannot fight? What did you do to master Tai Chi then? How are you a master of Tai Chi, your grand ultimate fist, Tai Chi Chuan, the grand ultimate fist? How are you a master of this and you cannot fight? This is just idiotic. We're living in idiocracy in the Chinese martial arts world. I mean, come on, this is baloney, and it shouldn't be this way. I mean, I've sparred in the Chinese martial arts schools I've been in since I was a child, except for with Shacoin and except for in Bagua. But at least, thank goodness, I had boxing and I had Praying Mantis and Shaolin, where I did do a lot of sparring. And then I've been in numerous fights. But without the sparring, how do you get distance management? How do you get your breathing down? How do you see what works and doesn't work? How do you see what you need to improve on and what you don't need to improve on? And you need to, focus on this more and a little bit less of that, oh, your spin side kick is phenomenal, but you don't have a freaking jab. You can't set it up to save your life. I mean, these are just common sense things, you guys, that have really brought the Chinese martial arts community down to its knees as far as a joke globally. And I mean, I'm mainly speaking to the U.S., but how many places in the world teach Chinese Kung Fu, but they don't teach Tai Chi at that place? They have no concept of Tai Chi. How is that even fathomable in this day and age? I mean, it's just bizarre shit. And I'm trying not to cuss in this whole video, but it is just sickening, and I hope we can improve. So if you're a Kung Fu stylist and you found this channel somehow and I offended you, think why did I offend you? Why? So let's improve this, you guys. I mean, and then some people will talk about Sanda. Well, we have Sanda. I'll leave it alone. All right, you guys. Enjoy the week. I'll see you next week. Peace.